this part that those who are black and wear black, they are the most colorful people, you know. They have the most vibrant colors going on in their mind. So don't underestimate the power of black.
Who is underestimating? You are justifying. Without
No,
black, without
it's
black,
not.
without black, white has no meaning. White gets meaning
Exactly.
because there is black. They
Perfect.
get meaning.
Let's keep this as a table topic sometime. So let's hear.
Sunlight gets meaning because there is dark. Otherwise, sunlight has no meaning. Anyway.
Perfect. President, welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Sudarshan.
Good evening. Good evening.
Anbu was very early, actually. I could see a notification in my Zoom maybe around 2 hours before.
Very good. He's my brother who is a lecturer in college.
Okay. He logged in around
medical college.
Fantastic.
My video is not visible. Something error, I think.
Probably a power cut.
Yes, power cut. Good evening to everybody. Here in Indian time is already getting 9:30 almost, I think. That's what is the problem.
Oh, yes. Okay, sir. Please enjoy this meeting, and I'm sure at the end we will be requesting for your feedback. So just relax and enjoy this meeting. And we have also our returning guest, Pritika. Pratibha, can you please come and introduce yourself once more?
A very good evening to everyone. My name is Pritika, and this is my the third consecutive meeting for Toastmasters. And I have had the pleasure of learning something new every week, every meeting. So I'm here with an open mind to just listen and absorb and learn new stuff. So thank you for having me.
Thank you. Good to see you coming back. And I could see that you are getting used to this program. And I'm sure you are feeling some kind of betterment is happening maybe.
Yeah,
once you join this program, much more things will happen.
President, sorry to interrupt. Where is our VP membership? Why is the membership form not collected from Pritika yet? She's attending for the third time.
Sir, I'm on the job.
Yeah,
good.
She keeps checking up on me, so I'm waiting for that. Yeah.
We have Samia Sophie. Samia Sophie, can you please introduce yourself once more? Yes, we did have a casual chat before the meeting started.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Samiha. I'm a teacher, basically a math teacher in an international school here. And yes, I spoke to Mr. Surya coincidentally, and just for my asking about my son, and he invited me for this, and he said someone will contact you, and 2 people contacted me, and I'm here. I'm just here. Actually, I'm just here to know what happens here, because even I've heard a lot about Toastmasters. My friends are on Toastmasters and everything. So I just see how it goes. I really don't know what it is. I didn't even go through the thing. I just know that it will end by 9:15. So I was just telling Miss Tripti, isn't it too long? So let's see how it goes. Anyways, nice. It looks like it's a very positive thing. That's what I feel. Everyone is friendly, and I feel at home. Thanks.
Fantastic. Thank you. ICTM is in a family. Apart from being in a club, we are all a family, and absolutely, you are also now becoming a part of this family. So welcome to you.
Thank you.
And also, when you said the Max, I could now connect you and Surya, because he also knows numbers, and you are a Max teacher, so I could see a connection there already.
No, actually, that's the. Sorry, the last, I mean, we spoke about that towards the end, like I'm a math teacher. That's when he told me that we just spoke for a day. I mean, just like a few more minutes or whatever. It was through text, that too. So it was very nice. He convinced me, actually. I mean, I really don't know who he is and what he is and or anything, but still, yeah.
There I am.
Sure.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yes, and we have the DTAC chair, Shyam Sundar. Shyam Sundar, can you please introduce yourself?
I'm sorry, I was unmuting. Yeah, good evening, President Toastmasters Kumaran, fellow Toastmasters of ICTM. It's my pleasure to be here. So I'm here with special interest as well to listen to two of my team members giving the speech, and one is going to give something about DTech itself. So that's one of the reasons I'm here, and I'm happy to be here to seeing all the good old friends. I mean, all take much of time. Thank you so much. My pleasure being here. All the best.
Thank you, Shyam, for being here. Thank you to come and witness some of our speakers' speech. Welcome to you. And now, I believe I have called all the guests. So now let's move ahead with our today's. Yes.
Sorry, Kumaran, you Sudarshan, Ganesh, both of them introduced already.
Yes, we already introduced them.
Maybe and, I missed. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't. I missed Sudarshan actually. Good. Surya, thank you. Sudarshan, please.
Good evening, everyone. Actually, this is second time for me. Earlier, one time I came. I'm really poor in communication skills. I want to develop that one. Due to that only, I'm joining with the club.
Welcome to you. Actually, the reason I missed is before the meeting itself, we were early and we already started communicating with each other, and we started introducing. So that is where things happen. So now it's time to call the Toastmaster of the evening. This person sells smile, and also he sells a tablet for getting out the headaches. He's a sales manager working in Doha, and he has a passion of riding. He has an Harley, I believe. So let me put our hands together to welcome Kanabiran. Please, Kanabiran, the meeting room is all yours.
Thank you, President Kumaran, for the nice introduction. It's my pleasure, and I'm very glad to serve as a Toastmaster for the day. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Everybody is able to hear me. Okay,
yeah.
I consider yes. Okay. Before introducing the theme of the day, you must have seen in the flyers. In case if anybody has missed seeing the theme of the day, it is a cup of tea. Okay. Before we go to that, let me explain the agenda of the meeting for the benefit of the Toastmasters and the guests who are joined online. Toastmaster meeting in general is divided into 3 sessions. The first is a prepared speech session. The second one is the table topics or the impromptu speech session. And the last is the evaluation and feedback session. We divided it into 3 sessions. Okay, so this I will come back again, and let me touch on the theme of the day. What was the idea behind the theme of the day, a cup of tea? Is that for many, it's a starter for the day. And it can be compared to a chicken soup for the soul. You must have read the book, Chicken Soup for the Soul, by Jack Canfield. It is known as chai in Hindi, cha in Chinese, matcha or chencha in Japanese. And it has a lot of political, economic background in changing empires. Let's ponder over this for some time about this tea while I introduce the role players of the day. Normally, in every Toastmasters meeting, the Toastmaster is just a conductor of the meeting, and he is being supported by a team of eminent Toastmasters. And today, I'm being effectively supported by a team of excellent role players. And let me call upon each of these role players to introduce themselves and also explain their roles. We all know time is very precious, and one of the Toastmasters, Samiha, I think so, she said she wanted to finish it by 9:15, if I'm right. And it's very, very important we start the meeting in time and finish the meeting in time for everybody's benefit. Today, I have a Toastmaster who has volunteered to be the timer for the day, and he will keep count of the tick-tock for all of us. He's an engineer hailing from Andhra Pradesh and working with a Qatar Cool, and he's a very cool person, and he's a maintenance supervisor by profession. On the cup of tea, he said, I am a teetotaler. I mean, he does not drink tea. The charcha was simply over by that. Toastmaster Gaush Sheikh, the timer for the day. Can you please explain the timer's role?
Unmute yourself, please.
Toastmaster Gaush, you have to unmute yourself and
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster, and welcome guests. As a timer, I will be helping the speaker's speech, expressing a throughout within a specific time. My duty is to prepare speech, table topic speech, and speech evaluation during this meeting. This green card indicates the qualifying time. I will show you the. There is the green card. Okay. After that, the yellow card, the target time is red card is maximum time, and you have 30 seconds to finish. For 5 to 7 minutes prepared speech, I will show the green card at 5 minutes, the yellow card at 6 minutes, and the red card at 7 minutes. For evaluators, you have 2 to 3 minutes. The green card is shown at 2 minutes. The yellow card show at 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and the red card at 3 minutes. And you have 30 seconds to finish. For table topics, each speaker is encouraged to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. I will show the green card at 1 minute, the yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card at 2 minutes. I will report qualifying times when calling upon throughout the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaush. It was very crisp explanation. Our next role player is a listener. A listener is very, very important because we just not only speak in Toastmasters, and the aim is to listen properly as well. So today's listener is Toastmaster Tripti Saha. She is an ever-smiling, lovely person, a teacher by profession currently, mother of a brilliant boy with a doctorate in finance. She is a much-needed doctor in these financially turbulent times, I think. On the kappa, she sent me a very crisp image. Good day, take chai. Bad day, take chai. Inspired, chai. Stressed, chai. Happy, chai. Chai, chai. And you can see this in my WhatsApp status. Toastmaster Tripti, kindly explain your role for the meeting today.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a listener, it is my responsibility to listen closely to everything said during the meeting, with particular attention to the prepared speeches and table topic speeches. Throughout the meeting, I will make notes and create questions for the audience in order to test our listening skills. At the end of the meeting, I will ask for answers to these questions to see how closely everyone listened. Please be attentive throughout the meeting. All the very best. Back to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tripti. I hope you do have some presents to be shown at least. Our next role player is a ha and aha counter. Toastmaster Shekhar Tangave. He is a computer engineer. His wife is a computer engineer. And he is also in making his son as a computer engineer, in the making of son as a computer engineer, working with Qatar Airways. He is the Vice President Education of ICTM and the bubbly boy of our team. On the kappa, in one line he said, lots of things can be shared over a cup of tea. I think it encompasses everything what you wanted to mean. Toastmaster Shekhar, can you please kindly explain your role for the meeting today?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Kannabran, and fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good evening. Today, I'm the R counter. As an R counter, I have certain rules to track your words, fillers, fumbling, and crush words. I'll count, and then at the end of the meeting, when the general evaluator calls, I'll give the report. For an example, Sulaiman, when he was giving Sergeant Arms roar, he was having 3 R and president so far 6 hours, 3 so. There is no fumbling and crush words. Ganesh, as a guest, he was having 2 hours when he was introducing himself. And Samiha, she was having 3 whenever she ended up and she wanted to start new sentence, she starts with something like that, and so two times. Sham detector, no or no for fillers. Yeah, that's it. Over to you, TMOD.
My goodness me. He already started counting the R's and M's. Let's give a big round of applause for that.
Even before the meeting.
Okay, that's fantastic actually. All right. Now let's move to the next role player for the day. The next role player is a very experienced and distinguished Toastmaster. Finance manager in one of the reputed banks and have held many positions in the Toastmasters also. She says tea is not exactly her cuppa. She is a coffee connoisseur and her hubby was a tea lover. What a combination. She says there is no better way to seek positivity in life than over a cup of tea or a coffee. It's none other than DTM Anita Samantha. Toastmaster Anita Samantha, can you please explain your role as the grammarian today?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for the warm words of introduction. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. How are all of you today?
Good evening. Very well, very fine.
My role today is twofold. As a grammarian, I shall introduce the word of the day, and my second duty would be to look for the good usage of the English language and also any wrong usage of the language. I understand that none of us are native English speakers, but the idea is to get the language.
Somebody
Can you put yourself
car.
on
Can
mute?
you please mute yourself?
Samsung Galaxy, please put your.
So as I was saying, none of us here, I'm sure, are native English speakers, but the idea is to speak the language as correctly as we can. Moving on, let me introduce the word of the day. For that, let me just share my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes. Mitigate.
Yeah. The word of the day is mitigate. It means make something bad less severe or less serious or less painful. It is a verb. And just to give you an example of the usage of this word, the judge said nothing could mitigate the cruelty faced by the young girl. Another example, how can we mitigate the obvious risks posed by COVID-19? I have chosen a relatively simple word and a verb also at that, hoping that all of you, the speakers today, will make use of this word in some form or the other in your speeches. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anita. Let's all give a big round of applause to her. Okay. Okay, now we move to the much awaited prepared speech session. That's the first session of our meeting today. Just like a cup of tea stimulates you, we have 4 speakers today who will deliver their speeches on the Pathways program. And their speeches will be evaluated by an evaluation team headed by the general evaluator for today, DTM Samir Musa. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Mamta Babar with a level 2 project 1 speech. Toastmaster Mamta is a very passionate Toastmaster. She says a cup of tea took her to a long journey of marriage. Can you imagine that? I was thinking a cup of tea is chatting with the friends, But she here has a lifelong marriage, and the cup of tea for her also rejuvenates her. Her speech project is being evaluated by the Toastmaster Krishna Kumar Rasaya, and the speech title she has is "This is my style." So let me invite Toastmaster Krishna Kumar to explain in brief the objectives of this assignment. Toastmaster Krishna Kumar?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes.
Unfortunately, I guess my video, there will be a challenge in my video due to some technical challenges. By the way,
go ahead. Yeah.
Toastmaster Mamta Babbar, she is delivering her speech of level L2 P1.
Correct.
The purpose of the statement, the speech is, the purpose of this project is the member to learn about different communication styles and identify her primary style. Also, this speech is for the member to share the impact of her style on others. I wish all the best, Toastmaster Mamta Babbar. Toastmaster Mamta Babbar is over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krishna Kumar. Please mitigate the video issue with your phone. And in the meantime, let us welcome Toastmaster Mamta Babbar to deliver her speech, "This is my style." "This is my style" by Mamta Babbar. Shall we give a round of applause to her?
Most of us like to talk, but how many of us like to listen? We all love to communicate our thoughts, feelings, emotions to the world around us in our own unique way. But how effective is that way? Many of us have no idea. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests, while doing the Discover Your Communication questionnaire for this project, I got to know about my style. And it took me back in time when I was 13 years old. As a teenager, my verbal communication was not that great, but my non-verbal communication was, I used to mug up a lot of things. I was really good in mugging up. So I used to participate in debates. I still remember when I was 13 years old, I participated in one of the inter-school debate competitions which held in Punjabi language. I got the first prize. My mother was my mentor. More than the structure of my speech, everyone loved my gestures, my body language, my expressions. I realized I learned this non-verbal communication from my mother, because she always used to show me her big bold eyes in front of the relatives to teach me to behave well. And I learned these expressions from her. But my verbal communication in an effective way was still a mystery for me. In my college days, I was a very supportive person. Everyone used to come for me for every help. I used to resolve many fights between my friends. I was a highly approachable friend. Since that time, my communication style has been supportive and initiative, even at the cost of my own projects. In one of our projects in Masters, my project was to evaluate your partner's project and give feedback. Since I was not a Toastmaster that time, and being a supportive and initiative communicator, I only focused on the good points of the project. And you know what? I was given negative marking for giving a positive evaluation. So I learned how to give negative feedback. But after marriage, Because of my supportive and initiative communication style, I became famous in my new family in just days. And this style was ingrained in me by my grandfather, who used to teach me when to talk, how to talk, where to talk, what to talk, not to talk. He used to say, Mamta, it is always better to put a finger on your mouth than to be an idiot. If you want to be a good speaker, become a good listener. He was my idol whenever I think of communication. Motherhood has taught me, even still teaching me, the power of non-violent communication. Toastmasters, when I talk to my 9-year-old kid, I sometimes become a 9-year-old to put my point. And when my kids do something wrong, instead of telling them how stupid you are, I just tell them, you did a good job. And let me tell you another way of doing it. You can mitigate the side effects or negative effects of a conversation if it was not in a good way through non-violent communication. Friends, I have learned many different ways of communication through these experiences. But my real and detailed learning of different style of communication started in 2012 when I joined Toastmasters. The concept of evaluation helped me improve my analytical skills. I still remember my first evaluation in my home club. I was so upfront and rude with the speaker by saying what a horrendous speech it was that she literally deleted me from her account and started avoiding me for next few meetings. And on the other hand, I was so polite and generous with the speaker by saying what a wonderful speech it was. You don't need any space for improvement. But I hardly gave any space for improvement. So I have learned here that you need to have different communication styles according to the requirement. Suppose if you want to become a leader or a decision maker, you need to be very straightforward towards your goals, supportive with your employees or colleagues, and should be able to analyze the pros and cons of a decision. If you want to become a good table topic speaker, your speech should always be relevant and to the point, to the topic. Direct. If you want to become an effective evaluator, with supportive and initiative communication, give positive, constructive feedback to the speaker. And then by analyzing skills, you give level of space for improvement for the speaker. Toastmasters, I don't say that your current communication style is not effective, or the 4 communication styles given in this project to top 2 are good and bottom 2 are bad. No, I'm not saying that. I'm very happy being a supportive and initiative communicator, the one who takes initiative, starts things. Having said that, I must admit, I am still learning to be a good listener. And if I want to become a good leader, I need to have good analytical skills too. Always remember, if you just communicate, you can get by. But if you communicate skillfully, you can work miracles. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mamta. It's a wonderful speech. And let's give a minute of silence for the evaluation. And timer, 1 minute of silence for the evaluation. Kumaran, you are having the timing for that?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, on the screen, please, if possible. Oh, okay. Thank you. Toastmasters, you can send in your personal note on the speech topic to her by personal chat, even during this meeting session, on the speech which Mamta Bawar has done. Let's move on to the second speaker for the evening today. He is a very enthusiastic Toastmaster, a mechanical engineering by profession, and works in oil and gas industry. And he is with ICTM for almost 2.5 years, as he said. He was the past treasurer in the ICTM, currently living with his wife and son in Qatar for almost 10 years, or more than 10 years. On the cup of tea, he said, again, I don't drink tea, for that matter, nor coffee also. He just drinks warm water. I must inform the speaker, but by the way, in most tea shops, they sell only hot water in the name of tea. So you don't need to worry. You can still go and have the tea. Today, he is presenting his Level 3 Project 1, project on reaching consensus. His speech is being evaluated by Toastmaster Mohammed Hakim. And may I invite Toastmaster Mohammed Hakim to explain the objective of his project? Toastmaster Hakim.
Thank you, Mr. Kanabran. I'm audible?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Yes. Today, Toastmaster Rajendran Pachbai is giving his project L3 P1 Reaching on Consensus. The project title of the speech is impromptu. Okay. The objectives of the speech is the objective of the project is for the member to work with a group to practice reaching consensus on any topic. And the second objective is the purpose of his speech is for the member to discuss his or her experience leading a non-Toastmasters group towards consensus. The speech timing is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Rajendran Pachbai.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hakim. Let's now please welcome Toastmaster Rajendra for his speech titled Impromptu. Impromptu by Toastmaster Rajendra.
Timer, am I? Timer, am I audible?
Yes, audible.
Just a second, I want to pin.
Is the timer visible for the speaker?
I am trying to pin.
Please pin him.
Goes, no?
Goes,
yes.
Goes. Where are you?
You're trying to find goes,
Yes,
and then you
yes,
will tell
yes.
there he goes.
No. He will be there. Not able. Anyway. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Kumaran, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, next slide, please. Consensus doesn't happen by magic. You have to drive to it. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests, warm good evening. What is consensus and why it is required? Anybody?
Otherwise, there can be
Yeah.
conflicts.
Consensus means have a different opinion in the beginning, but at the end agree on one point. Just for a simple example, my daughter wants to go, but I want to put him in India for the medical study. But after a lot of discussion, we decide to send him to the Canada. That is the consensus.
Okay. So basically, it is to be on the same page, all of you to be on the same page. And
To avoid conflict resolution.
yeah. So as a group, we move together for the betterment of the group. This is what is conflict resolution. So it's a creative and dynamic way of having agreement for the group together. Do you all agree? This is what is consensus. If anybody doesn't agree, unmute yourself and please speak.
We agree.
Okay. So if you all agree on consensus, and that means you know what is consensus. So should I continue with my project speech?
We
That is
agree
a
with
big
that.
question now. I am looking at my evaluator and his body language says, definitely I have to continue. For the simple reason that my project says about learning. I have to share my learning experience. Knowing is one thing. Next slide, please. For me, the consensus happens in the simple 6 steps. It starts with organizational learning and development. You are all aware there is a joint TT contest happening between 2 clubs, Doha Toastmaster and Indian Club Toastmaster, and very successfully it is operating for more than 50 days. And looking at this success, there was one idea floated in ICTM group. Why not have exclusive TT contest for ICTM members? What happened? When the opinion was asked for, it was from yes, maybe, no. So it hit a roadblock. So what happened? Then there comes convening. To resolve this situation of hitting a roadblock, members were selected to form a committee. These members were representing all the stakeholders. The members were Toastmaster Obed, who started in the group about having an exclusive TT contest. Then we have selected another 3 members from current XCOM, Toastmaster Tripti, Toastmaster Shekhar, and Toastmaster Nived. We also took senior Toastmasters who were responsible or who were the people who were the main reason who have given us this joint TT contest. Dr. Sampath, DTM, who has initiated this particular project of TT contest, and DTM Surya, who has operationalized it. Now, this meeting started debating on how to move forward. The next step of clarifying responses, let me tell you one thing. This was a self-made committee and it had no mandate from the XCOM. So we have gone ahead and next step, we have gone for deliberating. When we have gone for deliberating, we have seen many scenarios. The scenarios is whether this should only be happening, what about current joint meeting, whether we should discard that, how it should be made operational. Why we wanted to make it operational? Because new members were not participating in this joint TT contest. Only 10, 12 members were doing regularly. So finally, with lot of deliberation, what was decided is we will go for exclusive TT contest for ICTM and retain the ongoing one, so that those members who are participating also gets benefit, because that is at higher level. But at the same time, we wanted new members to come into TT contest and experience. So 3 days for exclusive and 3 days for the joint TT contest. As I have said, we have deliberated, and with this decision, we have forwarded it to ESCOM because the committee was not having mandate. This meeting happened on 26th. And if I was to give this project on 26th or 27th, the step 5, that is deciding, it fulfills the requirement of the project of reaching consensus. Now, beyond this, what has happened is on 28th, in the committee, the response came back saying that Club EXCOM is okay to have this TT contest, but who will drive? They are busy. The EXCOM members individually, they cannot take responsibility. So the senior members in the committee, they have thrown the challenge how to go ahead with implementing this TT contest. And then it became iterative. If you see implementing agreements, then again, we deliberated on that, how to do, who will be doing hand-holding, who will be the judges, how to bring this new table topic, new members to table topic. And then this again, the full circle has come, and on the first TT contest started. What are the learning points? As a moderator, I learned communication, because lot many things were flowing everywhere. So as a moderator, I got the benefit to bring consensus. As a leadership, you have to bring people together, and implementing is a bonus. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Rajendra. Let's all give a big round of applause for his wonderful speech. And 1 minute silence for the evaluation and feedback, personal feedback, if anybody wants to provide for Toastmaster Rajendra.
You can start.
Okay, thank you, Gautam. Thank you, Trupti. Okay, let's move to our next speaker in the line. I'm sure, like, by this time, somebody might be thinking it will be good to have a coffee break or a tea break. I hope not. Our next speaker, Toastmaster Kumaran. He is the current president of Indian Club Toastmasters and Area 7 Director elect for 2020-21 for the District 116. For him, a cup of tea makes him forget all the stress and gives him much needed energy to take the next challenge in waiting. Today, he is going to deliver a level 4 project from Dynamic Leadership Pathway. His title of the speech itself is a wow. His project is being evaluated by DTM Alarmail Mangai. DTM Alarmail Mangai.
Yes, am I audible?
Yes. Can you please explain the objectives of Toastmaster Kumaran's project?
Sure. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear virtual viewers, good evening. Today, Toastmaster Kumaran is attempting project number 1 from level 4, which is a mandatory project. The purpose of this project is for the member to lead a small team to completion of a project. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share his or her experience in leading the team. The speech could be of any nature, humorous, inspirational, or informative. All that he has to do is that to share the experiences he had in leading a team on completion of a project. The time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. Wish you all good luck, Toastmaster Kumaran. Looking for a wow project. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, DTM Mangai. Let's please welcome Toastmaster C.S. Kumaran. Wow by Toastmaster C.S. Kumaran.
Before I start the speech, I wanted to request all the members to not look at the PowerPoint because it doesn't have any moving elements or any much text. So ensure that you are listening to me on speech. Okay, thank you. Timer, here we go. We learn from best moments of enjoyment. This is in a quote that has been said by Ralph C. Smedley, the Toastmaster founder. Contest manager, fellow Toastmasters, good evening to you all.
Good evening.
Now you see this word popping up on the screen, which is wow. Few years before, when I started my career in an event management company, after working for several months, there was a new project, and it was my first event project. With my team, I always hear this word called wow. Wherever I go, the client says this word, your event should be wow. When I went to the guest, they said the event should end with a wow. I was having a tough question to myself to find an answer for it. The day we wanted to deliver the project, I asked my CEO, what does it mean? Can you please explain me? He said, Kumar, just wait until the project is finished, and before the end, see the crowd and you will hear them saying this word. We had a wonderful fireworks on that day, and I was watching not the fireworks, the people who are watching the fireworks. And at the end of the finale, everyone said this word, wow. I went back to my CEO and asked him, they all said, wow. Again, tell me what it is. He said, it is working. It is way of working. They all appreciated your way of working. So this is what it means to me. The few months before, I don't know how many of you people will believe that opportunities will come and knock your door. but I didn't wait for that opportunity because it came onto my mobile phone. The DTAC chair, Sham Sundar, called me and said, Kumar, can you please take up a role in the RISE 2020? Absolutely, I took up that challenge and I became a part of the team. For a few 1.5 months, we worked very hard on the AV and IT team, but unfortunately, the event didn't happen because of the corona. So everything went into a standstill. Then, this is where, again, one more time, he called me and said, Kumar, we are going to again initiate an online contest this time. The DTAG will go online. So as a team member, I was again initiated with another team members where I, along with the DTAC chair and the PR manager, formed a small team within ourselves. And I understood that if you wanted to go fast, you cannot go alone. And if you wanted to go far, you have to go together. During my second speech, level project speech, the Toastmasters introduced to me a new learning, which is understanding your leadership style. In that, I got an higher grade when I evaluated myself as I am an innovative leader, which means I am creative and innovative. That drives the leadership style for efficiency. With that in mind, I ensured that I took certain elements which I could deliver where this innovation and creativity is involved. So during the event, whatever you have seen as PR posters, the website itself, and the videos or were a part of the deliverables that I made along with the team. With this team, I also understood that I have to pay attention along with whatever the communication happened, and also personalizing this communication to the end users, which are the invitees or the guests for that conference. And then imagine the effect of the PR activities happening. And then along with it, I collaborated with these designs, which was a hit. At last, one thing that I found myself also is a lot of people say, when you say team, where is this I? And I found that I in this team, which is an opportunity, and also I encourage the members who are watching my speech right now to buckle your laces and get ready to join the next year's committee and be a part of your team to explore. These are all the feedbacks that I got from my team members leading them onto that particular project. And you can see them, they all uttered this word, wow, without me telling them to do it. The overall event was wow to everyone, and it showed the way of working of this particular team. And as a DTAG team, we are proud to be in a part of that particular event. With this, I hand over back to the table Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kumaran. That was really a wonderful speech, and it's a wow. Let's give a round of applause to Toastmaster Kumaran. Toastmaster Kumaran has been a very inspiring leader in the Toastmaster fraternity, which I have seen. And it's really good to see you speak about the project that you have done as a project speech itself. Okay, let's maintain a minute of silence for the evaluator.
You can start now.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Okay, the next speaker and the final speaker of the prepared speeches today is DTM Surya Narayanan, who will be presenting his Pathways mentoring program on advanced mentoring. DTM Surya is a Toastmaster personified. He is an eclectic person and loves to learn a variety of things from multiple sources. He is an inspiration for most of the Toastmasters in all the clubs, I would say. Learning through sharing of information, discussion, and debate are his forte. He loves learning new words, and he is a walking Wikipedia, I can say. And he also was saying to me about the cup of tea. It brings for him myriad of memories to him as an youngster. He says he used to relentlessly wait for the Sunday afternoon tea, as he was allowed only to go and play after the tea time. His son and him love the saffron tea from Baba Chapati, a nice cafe in Doha. He quotes the Shakespearean description of stirring the sugar in a tea as a storm in a teacup, likening to the making a big fuss about petty things, much ado about nothing. Today, he would be presenting on the Pathways program, mentoring program, advanced mentoring, titled Sensational. The sensei is something which you know about the black belt karate, sensei. His project is being evaluated by Toastmaster KP Murali. Toastmaster KP Murali. Toastmaster KP Murali.
Thank you, Toastmaster.
Can you please? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, DTM Surya Narayan is going to deliver his advanced mentoring project from the level 5 of his manual actually. And the objectives of this project are twofold. First is for the member to apply mentoring skills during a long-term mentoring project. When you say long-term, it has to be a period of minimum 6 months. It could be more than that, but it has to be minimum of 6 months. And the second aspect is for the members to share some aspect of his or her experience as a mentor. For the benefit of the timer, I would say the time allocated is 5 to 7 minutes. And this project is primarily about his own experience as a mentor. And he should not be talking about, it should not be a report on the content of the advanced mentoring project. Over to you, and all the best to our speaker, DTM Surya.
Thank you, Toastmaster KP Murali. Let's now welcome DTM Surya, Sensational. Sensational by DTM Surya.
Thank you, Toastmaster today. Am I visible? Is this view okay?
Yes.
Probably it's too bright.
Thank you. Thank you very much. When the student is ready, the teacher shall appear. Is a very famous saying attributed to Buddha. In my case, the teacher was ready and the student appeared. Toastmasters today, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, good evening.
Good evening.
This particular protege that I'm going to talk about is very special to me. It's been about 3 years since I started mentoring him. The manual said I should have mentored a person for 6 months to complete this project. But I'm delivering this project after being a mentor for this person for 3 years. It all started with a phone call from him. He saw my number in our club website and he called me. Hello, I'm Shekhar. I've recently come from India. And I was a Toastmaster back in Bangalore and Mysore. And I would like to come and visit your club. I said, welcome, most welcome. I went and picked him up from his accommodation in Tuvama and brought him to our club. From the time he arrived in the club, he literally became a family member. It didn't take too much time for him to decide to join the club because we didn't have to sell Toastmasters to him. He was already a Toastmaster. He had been a Toastmaster in some leading clubs in India, Infosys, IBM, and so on. At the same time, when he came and saw Indian club Toastmasters, he was actually in for a cultural shock. Coming from corporate Toastmasters club to a community Toastmasters club with such a friendly atmosphere was very new to him. At the same time, he took it like a fish taking to water. It so happened that I was assigned as his mentor, and I was also his driver. Within a couple of months of joining the club, he actually moved in very close to my house. So every meeting I used to go to his house, pick him up and dutifully drop him back. And every time he did a role in the club or delivered a speech, my feedback would continue as we drove back after the meeting. In the next year, he became the club's vice president membership. And during that process, he also started delivering speeches. He became a competent communicator. He became a competent leader. He also completed advanced leadership bronze. So he was progressing on that front. But he really wanted to progress on the leadership side. And he became a vice president membership. Did a fabulous job. I was even thinking that I should deliver my mentoring project, advanced mentoring project, and at that time and complete this project. He said, Surya, please wait. Next year, he became vice president education. And this is the current year. And when he took up the role of vice president education, we had a very long conversation. He's a very good learner. He's a great listener. From the smallest of things to the biggest of responsibilities, he consults me. But my style of mentoring is that I give them a tough time. And I love giving tough time to the people I mentor. But he endured all that. And looks like he enjoyed as well. So I asked him to set some real big goals as VP education beyond what a typical VP education would deliver, beyond any what VP education has delivered ever in Indian Club Toastmasters. Given the history of Indian Club Toastmasters, that was a tough ask. But what he has done in this year is remarkable. Just yesterday, the club achieved its 50th educational award. Something which we have never done before. And our club has become the first club in Qatar this year to achieve 50 educational awards. 50 educational awards, 50 is a number. But to reach to that 50, the effort that Shekhar has put in is amazing. Apart from the usual official communication he has with the members through the WhatsApp group and so on, I know that he's getting in touch with each and every member of the club, motivating them to deliver the speeches, complete their project, reach certain levels, including pushing one of our old-time Toastmaster, Joseph Stanley, to deliver nearly 20 speeches in about 2 months. Going out of the way to get speech slots for him in India and so many other places. Talking to clubs outside India to get speech slots in Bangalore, in Hyderabad, in Coimbatore, in Belgaum, I don't know where all. That is the level to which he stretched himself. When I wanted to deliver the speech, he said, Surya, please wait, something more is coming. And in March, he said he wants to run for the president. And again, I said, Shekhar, being a VP education or VP membership, being part of a team is good. being a president is a different ballgame altogether. Make sure you're ready. And he has taken that very seriously. He's already started putting things into place. He's already preparing a blueprint. When he was a vice president membership, he prepared a standard operating procedure as to what a MP membership is supposed to do, and gave that as a knowledge transfer to the next vice president membership. And he's already working on something like that for vice president education. Shekhar takes his job very seriously, and obviously being a techie, he was also a club webmaster. And if you Google for Toastmasters, Qatar or Doha, you will find Indian club appearing on top. So I have been blessed with having somebody like Toastmaster Shekhar as my protege. I've been able to challenge him. I've been able to debate with him. In fact, there was one situation when we both got into a very heated debate in the WhatsApp group. One senior Toastmaster got so upset, he called Shekhar and said, Shekhar, this is not the way you deal with your mentor. This is not the way you have to discuss with a senior Toastmaster. But this is the way I like to do things. Give them the freedom to question, give them the freedom to debate and discuss. Not have a gap between you and your mentor, as if mentee, as if you are something big and he's low. Deal with them on equal terms. And in that process, we both get wiser. My dear friends, the word sensei, as our Toastmaster of the day said in Japanese, sensei means a master. I can't claim that I have become a sensei in mentoring, but I can certainly tell that my experience with Shekhar has been a sensational one, something that I've enjoyed. Shekhar has got his own weaknesses, but we discuss and try to find ways to mitigate those weaknesses and even convert those weaknesses into strengths. I'm sure Shekhar will go a long way beyond being a club president. All the very best to Shekhar. Back to Toastmaster of the day. You're muted, Kanabirath.
Yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Surya. That was really a wonderful speech on the mentor-mentee relationship, and a big round of applause for you. A mentor is one who actually sees more than what the mentee can see, and Toastmaster Surya and the mentee Shekhar. I really appreciate that, and let this mentor-mentee relationship continue for bigger achievements in the Toastmaster journey. Okay, let's now move to 1 minute of silence as need to give in for the evaluators to record their evaluation. Timer?
You can start now.
Thank you very much. Timer, can we just have a report on the time qualification of all the speakers, and are we on time? Can you please?
Yeah, we delayed like 10 minutes more. Supposed to be stop by 8:08. Sorry.
Are all the speakers qualified for voting within the time?
Within the time, 3 speakers are there. Toastmaster Mamta, Toastmaster Kumaran, Toastmaster Rajendra. All are within the time, and Mr. Yes.
Okay.
3 Toastmasters are qualified.
Thank you, Timer. Kumaran, can we have the voting ballot for this one while we have a 5 minutes break so that people can do the voting? Are we going to take the voting now or at the end?
I'm launching the poll now. It's already appearing on the screen. We have 31 people.
Okay. Toastmasters, you can please vote for the best speaker for the day. Please cast your vote now. It's appearing on your screen right now. Toastmaster Mamta, Toastmaster Kumaran, and Toastmaster Rajendra.
We had only 20 people. We have 31. Still only 25. Still 5 people have to vote.
5 more votes required.
Yes. Yes.
Kindly vote.
Yes.
Cast your vote, please.
Okay.
Voting is done.
Yeah, done.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmasters, for casting your votes. Shall we have a 2-minute or 5 minutes break for people to refresh and then come back?
Reduce.
Yeah, okay.
We are already 10 minutes late, 12 minutes late.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We'll give.
Yeah.
Pardon? Can we give 5 minutes break?
Yes, 5 minutes break.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Let's have a 5 minutes break and then we will.
So 5 minutes break and a cup of tea.
Actually, during the meeting,
Hot water. Cup of hot water.
Few more. We have few more guests.
No trouble.
We have Elias.
Hey Samir, how are you? You're on mute.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm fine. How are you doing?
Good. Yeah. Long time you've come
Yep.
back to the club meeting. I hope you'll be more regular now.
Yes, this would be a better means to join.
Yeah, you don't have to travel all the way from Dukan.
True.
Thought he was regular the way
The
he
only
was
thing I'll be
budgeting
missing most is my shoots.
No problem. You can still wear them and sit down for the meeting.
Amir, it's not you missing. The tailor is missing you. The tailor is out of business now.
Taylor, barber, all of them have gone out of business.
You put so many people out of business. I mean, very bad. So much of dependability you have created.
How are you, Sham? How are you?
I'm good.
Long
Good.
time.
I thought you were here regular. So you're prodigal son now.
I tried to, but then the work routine and stuff.
Yeah, now things are getting more tougher. Yep. So only Nirmala has got this theme of the day, or what? Or was it a coincidence?
No, she's just focusing on that tea on her table.
She took the theme of the day too seriously. It looks like.
No, I'm fond of drinking tea. That's why I just made it as a virtual background.
It so happened that today the theme.
You can swim in it, Nirmala.
It's luring now.
Yeah.
I have to have a cup.
flying all the time.
Don't frighten
I don't know
Swapna
this
there.
this virtual background. What happens is all those who are in front of virtual background, they sometimes disappear and then appear.
Yeah,
It's
appear, yeah.
looking like
There will be fluctuations.
yeah, yeah.
So suddenly, Nirmala, you appear thin also.
Yes.
Oh!
Is that virtually or you know the
I'm so happy to hear it. At least virtually, I look thinner, right?
Idea is to make the cup very big, then you look thin.
Yeah.
Sorry,
The
how
theory
are you
of
doing, buddy?
relativity.
Good, good, good.
That's after a long time. Yep. I see one very young Toastmaster sitting there by you, Nirmala. How is
Yeah. Swapna Raghuraman.
Sapna, how are
I
you
think
doing?
someone has spotted me.
Ah, of course.
Yeah.
You can never be missed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Mr. Ganesh, how are you feeling? So far, so good. Anyway, you'll be asked for your feedback at the end, but I don't want to break the suspense. So, hope you're feeling okay, comfortable.
So far, so good.
Yeah. Ganesh works for Qatar Gas.
Oh.
Great.
Surya, the student is ready. The teacher must appear now.
Which student? How many students? Quantity and qualitatively.
No, Surya knew whom I'm indicating.
So this.
So, Sham, how are the plans going on for the DTAC?
DTAC's over now.
DTAC Chair 2020.
Yeah, now next 2021 should be the one taking the metal. So this time the World Convention, the International Convention, everybody should be able to attend. First time in the history of Toastmasters in 90 years without spending a nickel. Yeah, hopefully, I don't know. I can't guarantee not spending a nickel. At least not spending your time and travel.
True.
I don't know. That could be some fees or not, whatever. But still.
You mean to say there would be entry fee?
There could be.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm just assuming. Maybe just because of the internet.
They are collecting
speakers,
it to
they don't come free.
buy new laptops for everyone.
Everyone, yeah, I know.
As we know, Toastmasters, they would put a fee. If they don't put, that's nice. If they don't charge, that'd be something good move.
Yes.
But anyway, we can always do the way we do.
Yeah.
Or
So we'll have a watch party.
Yeah.
So we'll get one and then broadcast it.
Yes, correct. As long as we have Kumaran, we have no issues.
You should not be even worried about that. Absolutely, it's true. You have more than one techie. Shekhar, we got to know today, or I got to know today. Though I have not met him.
Shall we resume the meeting? Shall we resume the meeting?
Yes, yes,
Break
yes.
time is already over. Saturday Ram, are you there?
He went for a tea.
Suleiman, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Please resume the meeting.
Yeah. Toastmaster Kanabran.
Yes. So you're back.
Yeah.
Hello, bro. I have an assistant here.
Thank you. Welcome back to the interesting session today. The second session of today is the table topic session. I hope all the Toastmasters had refreshed with a chai, with a tea. And just like the tea that refreshes you in minutes, we are going to be refreshed with some adrenaline pumping by Toastmaster DTM Nirmala Raghuraman with her table topics session. DTM Nirmala will explain the nuances of the table topics while I will humbly introduce this dynamic Toastmaster associated with Toastmasters for almost 12 years. He said she's a mother of 2 daughters, past Area 73 director, past president of Qatar Tamil Toastmasters Club, RPS Debaters Club. She has won a lot of accolades in table topics, international competitions at club, area, division levels, acquired Triple Crown, Falcon Awards twice, and also has served the clubs in various capacities as a mentor for various clubs in Qatar. She says the cup of tea is a parliament of roadside. Very aptly said, because in my place and all, most people meet in the tea shops outside and discuss topics from Bush, Gorbachev, or the world affairs, and from A to Z, all politics are debated only there. So let's please welcome DTM Nirmala Raguraman for conducting the TT session. Toastmaster Nirmala Raguraman.
Hello, hi everyone. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Good evening. Yes.
Okay, thank you. It's so nice of you, Toastmaster Kannapiran, to introduce me in a very proper way. Thanks a lot. And table topic session from Nirmala's restaurant today for all of you. A cup of tea, different cup sizes and different taste, and I have so many different menus here. Whatever you choose, that will be your luck today. Moving on, as a table topic master for the guests, those who do not know about this session, I would like to introduce to them. Table topic is an impromptu speech session where you are expected to speak on an unknown topic given by me. Speaking less than 1 minute or speaking more than 2.5 minutes, you will be disqualified. Please refrain from speaking on taboo topics like sex, politics, and religion while you are speaking. And I have chosen simple topics matching today's theme. I hope it is clear to all of you now. Now, can I get some volunteers to try these table topics? I have around 11 topics here. You're most welcome. Can I see all of you in the gallery view? Yes.
Shall we call some guests?
There is an option of a reaction in there, so you can just press a thumb in case you are interested.
Yes, you can either raise your hand or you can show your thumb. Anyone interested, or should I call you one by one? Shall I call our DTM Shyam Sundar?
He is going to give a long speech at the end of this session, so I think he should consider others as well.
Okay. Then who is ready to take the topics today? Pritika, guest I'm saying. Pritika, will you be interested to join? Can you please unmute yourself?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. I'll give it a try.
I have 11 topics here and I have my daughter sitting next to me. I will ask her to pick one number from this teacup I have. Can you see this cup? Okay. So she will be picking one number for you and that topic I will read it to you. Then you can try on that topic. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Okay. Swapna, please do the justice. Now pick up a number for. What's the number? Number 6. Number 6. Hi Pritika, your topic is, do you permit children to drink tea or not? If so, why? Do you permit children to drink tea or not? If so, why?
Okay.
Toastmaster Pritika.
A very good evening to everyone. I'm a little nervous because this is my first time that I'm speaking up. So personally, if I have to be very honest, I do not know how tea tastes because I'm someone who hasn't tried it in 23 years of my life. Neither have I tried coffee. I'm more of a Bournvita or a chocolate drink person. So I've stuck with what I've known all my life. So, and having cousins who I see drink tea, I don't think it's something that I'd stop a person from trying, just because I haven't had the opportunity and it's a personal choice. But I'm sure that I'd completely be for it, as long as it doesn't affect them negatively. And as long as their health permits, I'm kind of the person who is all for experimenting and learning new stuff every day. not stopping myself, not setting too many boundaries. So I don't think I'd like to implicate that on someone else as well. So I think I have no such problem with letting someone else or telling someone else not to have tea is, yeah, so I'm all for it.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Round of applause to Preetika, please. Thank you so much. Can I have the next volunteer? If not, I will pick up.
One second, Nirmala. Ghost, hope you're watching. 1 minute you have to indicate. Yeah.
All right, all right. Okay. 1 minute. Silence.
I was saying,
Timer,
I didn't
please.
see.
Please, 1
No, no.
minute.
No, not 1 minute silence, Nirmala. He was indicating that 1 minute should be shown to the speaker so that at least he
Yeah.
can cross that level.
Yeah.
Timer has to do that.
Yeah. Go ahead, Nirmala.
No, timer, if they can show me.
No, no, no.
Signal, I
For
can
table topic, there's no 1 minute silence.
Okay, all right. The second volunteer, please. Who will be interested to take a topic? Those who were not the speaker today. Shall I call Samiha Supi? Will you be interested? If so, you can unmute yourself. Samiha?
So actually, I'm not signed up for this, but yeah, let me just give it a try.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope it's something related
Now
to
I
child.
will ask my daughter to pick one number for you so that you can receive your topic. You got topic number 4. Samiha, your topic is, have you ever cheated a tea stall owner without paying for the tea? Have you ever cheated a tea stall owner without paying for the tea? Toastmasters Samiha.
Good evening, everyone. Okay, this is my first ever talk I'm going to give, I guess, in front of so many people whom I don't even know. So just bear with me, but this is a good question. Actually, I've not done that. I've not done that actually. Basically,
Shouldn't
yes,
try
I'm
that.
no, no. Basically, I'm a chai person. Like, see, that's my chai. So, what do I say? Like, I'm born and brought up here, so obviously there is no chance of going to a tea stall person and cheating on him or her. Another thing is, chai is, for me, chai is an emotion because so like I said, we are a couple of friends here, and like we are born and brought up together here in Doha, studied together. So we have this group, we call ourselves chai chicks. Okay, so we always go out, have chai. There's no option for us. Chai is something that's more like like I said, like an emotion. So obviously there's no cheating. I mean, that's something we always do. So we have never thought of cheating ever. So, and it's not a lot. Like, I don't know, why do you have to cheat for 1 or 2 reals? So it's fine. I mean, it's not like something very expensive that I have to cheat on it. So it's fine. Thank you. That's it. I have nothing to. I'm so nervous now. You won't believe.
Right? You should have been studied in Indian colleges where many of the students, they will not pay the canteen owners. They'll just have tea and come back, say bye to you. They don't do it intentionally cheating, but it was like a fun. Okay,
So
move on.
I think if someone would have got this question, probably we would have had more hilarious incidents or something to be shared for sure. Sorry, I don't have that.
It's okay, no worries. We'll go to the next speaker, shall we? Can I see some raise of hands? I am going to the gallery view again.
I saw Ganesh raising hands. Did he?
Ganesh?
Yeah, I did. Let me give
Yeah,
it a try.
great. Yeah.
Okay. So nice of you, Ganesh Ramaswamy. I will ask my daughter to pick a number for you. Yeah. 10. You got topic number 10. Okay. So, guest Ganesh Ramaswamy, your topic is tea is tasty the way you prepare or the way you serve. Tea is tasty the way you prepare or the way you serve. Our guest Ganesh Ramaswamy.
Good evening, team. Thanks. Yeah. For me, this speech is after probably 35 years. I got some strong interest, but believe me, I can do whatever I want for a cup of tea. Tea is my life. Tea is everything. Coming back to your question of tea is how it's prepared. To me, tea makes the tea how it is prepared, and I can explain the motions of the way it is brewed, the way it's mixed, the way the aroma comes up. As a kid, I used to wait for, my mom used to say, oh, wait, it's not yet ready. And I would wait for the color to change before she adds some milk, the way the temperature is maintained of the water, the milk, you name it. I can go in slow motion from the point you boil the water, add the ginger, and to the point where it mixes. And even after that, each minute it tastes different. So me, the quality of the tea is how it's prepared than anything else. Thank you, team.
A round of applause to Ganesh Ramaswamy. Can I take the next volunteer, please? Can I see some raise of hands?
You can choose, Nirmala. We are running short of time, so you can choose.
You can choose Elias or Anand. You can give chance to people who are new members or Sudarshan.
Okay.
Sudarshan, are you interested?
We have fresh members like Tripti. You can.
Yeah. Sudarshan is interested, I guess.
Try, sir. But
yeah, good.
I'll try that.
Who is that?
Sudarshan.
Sudarshan.
Okay, just a minute. I'll put you in speaker view. Sudarshan. Okay. Sudarshan. Okay. My daughter will choose a topic for you. Nine.
The COVID has made you really lazy now. Your daughter has to choose the topic for you.
Okay. Toastmaster Sudarshan, your topic is big mug of tea or small cup of tea. What do you need to relax? Big
Actually,
mug of tea, small cup of tea. What do you need to relax?
Actually, I'm having a big. Good evening, everyone. I'm a really tea lover. I was having big cups, big mug, especially speaking. When I was a kid, one of my uncle is there. He was having very big glass of tea. Half of that I will take it. So one more thing that I'm not drinking tea in hot, but when you see that tea is there, I'm not getting. Sorry. Mug of tea. What if I can say? My wife is making good tea. Really speaking, I like more than anything from other than any foods that I like tea from her, and she was making nice. I'm sorry, I'm unable to deliver it.
No worry, we had 2 speakers this time.
Yeah.
Actually, my son was asking to speak. He was pushing me continuously. Sorry.
Toastmaster Sudarshan. A round of applause, please.
Sudarshan team.
I expect Shyam Sundar to pick up one topic. Shyam, are you there? No. Samir?
Topics master, I think we should wind up now.
Yep.
We are already running out of time. Shall we proceed to the next?
Okay, I'll give the last topic. Samir, can you try this?
No, thank you, Tripti. You saved me from the topic.
Anyway, the next session will be going to be headed by Samir Musa only.
Oh,
So
okay.
let's proceed, please.
Okay. Last topic, anyone wants to try?
Anand, let's give it to Anand.
Anand, Mr. Anand.
Yeah.
Can I see you? Where are you, Anand? Okay, okay, Anand Palani. Okay, my daughter is picking one number for you.
Sure.
5. Topic number 5 you got. Black tea or green tea, which is better and why? Toastmaster Anand, black tea or green tea, which is better and why? Toastmaster Anand.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. To me, tea is matters. It doesn't mean whether it's black tea or green tea, or whatever you name it. I love the tea. It could be in any form, whether it is milk, without milk, sugar, without sugar. But tea matters to me. Okay. Because after every meal, I love to have a cup of tea, whether it is available instantly at home, or I'll go out and I'll have a tea and I'll come back, because it makes me refresh in all forms I can say. So that I'll be very happy, and I love tea like anything. Thank you.
A round of applause to Toastmaster Anand Palaniappan. Can we have the voting? Timer, can you please tell me whether all are qualified? Timer?
And also the list of participants in that.
Yes. Timer?
Timer is disqualified if he's late.
Can you please tell me whether all the
Four people are qualified. Pritika, Samia, Ganesh, Sudarshan. Mr. Anand is disqualified because he finished before 1 minute.
Can you repeat one more time the names?
Pritika,
Yeah.
Samaya,
Yeah.
Ganesh,
Sudarshan.
Thank you.
Sending the ballot now for voting.
Yeah.
Kindly vote for the best speaker. May the best win.
Toastmaster of the day, meanwhile, shall we proceed?
I got it.
We have 29 people, please.
Yeah, I voted. I hope all of you have enjoyed this session, and enjoy your tea every day, whether it is hot or cold. It is always refreshing. With this note, I hand over control back to the TMOD of today's evening, Toastmaster Kannabiram. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster DTM Nirmala Raguraman, for a wonderful session of Toast table topics. I'm sure like all the participants enjoyed the speech, and also it really made them speak from their heart. You know, the topic was so close to them, and it came out without any much of preparation or something like that. Thank you for preparing something on the line of the the theme itself today, which is really wonderful.
Thank you.
So let's now move to the third and final session of today's meeting, which is the general evaluation session. And the evaluation session is headed by the general evaluator for today's evening, and none other than our DTM Toastmaster
Samir Musa.
Samir Musa. Okay. The great thing about Toastmasters is the feedback mechanism or the evaluation session. And I will leave the introduction of his team to the general evaluator. To introduce him, he is a double DTM, a renowned mentor for several people in Toastmasters and clubs in the country, donned many leadership and communication projects. He's a bachelor in business administration with forte in quality, environment, and safety management. Works with Qatar Petroleum Safety Department. He's a family man, happily married with 4 children and his pet half. Lives in Dukan, and his hobbies are like writing, directing, and performing. I'm soon going, after seeing this, I'm very eager to see what he has directed. On the kappa, he says it's most refreshing when senses are worn out due to engagement, best in company of friends, perfect with bhajiyas on a rainy day. You can imagine that. And most delicious when you have a real subject to ponder, discuss, and debate. Let's please welcome DTM Samir Musa, the general evaluator for today.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Kanabiran. It's a pleasure to be here at the meeting. And thank you, President, for inviting me across for an evaluation. Let me start without much ado. Timer, please note that I'm not overshooting kindly. It's tough to mitigate a meeting if it was not for Zoom. And though we cannot mitigate the risk it carries as per sources, but mitigation is a block against necessary actions at times. So let's not mitigate and advance. Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Suleiman ensured that he emphasized how this meeting helps him improve. So if I were a guest, it definitely would have given me that confidence I am at the right place. Toastmaster Kumaran, President, did not leave any space in the cup. Though it is a virtual segment, he made the perfect kickoff for the meeting and introduced the guests, club missions, Toastmaster of the evening, and he had done everything that's required by a proper or required for a proper club meeting, even if it's on ground. Toastmaster of the evening, he introduced the theme interestingly and introduced the role player. So from there on, I should say that let's come to the prepared segment speech evaluations, which is the oncoming session. The first speech was by Toastmaster Mamta Babbar, and her speech title was This is My Style. The speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Rasaya Krishnakumar. Let's welcome Toastmaster Krishnakumar, please.
Yeah. Thank you, General Evaluator. General Evaluator and fellow Toastmasters, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Today, I'm going to evaluate Toastmaster Mamta Babbar about her level 1 P2, level 2 P1 speech. She was delivered a well-organized speech, and I'm going to evaluate her speech in two segments. One is an best whatever good things she made during the delivery and the improvements with the speech. I would like to say that she explained how the speech was. She explained how she built the communication skill and skill and the advices she got from her grandfather. So when I was talking about a positive notes on her speech, first, the delivery of the speech. She delivered the speech with very confidence. The delivery shows how she was prepared the speech. The preparedness was shown in her speech because of her confidence level during the speech. And the structure of the speech was fabulous, fantastic. She had an opening and the body and the closure, everything was good. And in fact, while she was delivering the speech, she gave some humors during the speech. Really we could be able to enjoy the speech, and it helped all the audience to engage with the speech. Plus, she gave some good advices to everybody, how to become a good speaker. From the leader till the evaluator, and by the time she gave a hint to me how to become an effective evaluator. So within that, she told me that she gave me a hint. Please do not give any negative feedbacks to me, saying that an effective evaluator should be supportive and initiative with positive and motivating notes. So I'm here to motivate her for her speeches, but not for mitigating something through her speech. And all with these positive notes, I found out how I can give some improvements notes something to her. Unfortunately, I found hardly anything to mitigate in your speech, Toastmaster Mamta Babbar. But I expected some more phrases to support your speech. If that's some more good phrases were there, your speech would be more fabulous and more good. But still, your speech was fantastic all over. It was a fantastic delivery by Mamta Babbar to say this was her style of communication. Back to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rasaya Krishna Kumar. The evaluation was very well done. I must say there are a few things that an evaluator should focus, and I think you have touched upon most of the things. Yeah, it was a good evaluation. As far as the speech was concerned, yes, I still have a few more points that I could add on to Mamta. Mamta, here you had made your evaluator because he had taken points from your speech so that he can evaluate you, or he understood evaluation as per your speech. So that itself was a success of your speech, right? But at the same time, we have to see there are power in our words sometimes. So at times I had seen you, that I have seen that you were chewing up words. Some words were eaten up. In my understanding, the medium of communication, for instance, the virtual or screen communication needs more care and vision before it is put across. So we may try mechanisms like recording our own videos, and then that will let us know each moment we make and its impact. Even the background matters. Yeah, for instance, today you might not have noticed, but you had a cup of tea behind you to match our theme. That was a good thing that added on. The speech too long, I felt that the speech took a bit too long to connect to a message yet. Very less connection for a very long time, I should say. It was a good speech. It was a nice speech, I must say. I wish you all the best, Mamta, for your future speeches. Our next evaluator is Toastmaster Hakim, and he will evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Rajendra Panchbai, impromptu. Toastmaster Hakim, let's welcome.
Good evening. I'm audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Yes. Okay, fine. Thank you, General Evaluator, and my target speaker, Toastmaster Rajendra Panchbai. Rajendra Panchbai opened his speech by saying, consensus does not happen by magic, but you have to drive it. Quoted by Christina Quinin. I developed my evaluation in 3 segments. One on his speech development, second on his speech effectiveness, and third on his physical and appropriateness. On speech development, you gave a wonderful PowerPoint presentation. Wow, only 2 slides at this mitigate time. You asked open questions to audience, what is consensus and why it is required? And you grabbed attention, all the people attention. But only 2 people were able to answer because all of their mics, others people mic were unmuted. You had a good opening, the content was good, speech was well organized. And secondly, regarding speech effectiveness, you spoke on 6 points. Okay, you spoken briefly on, we all know that we had a dual Toastmaster session. I mean, 2 clubs joined and we had the table topic session. And you made a plan to have specific table topics for ICTM in order to improve the new members to participate. You just spoken on the 6 points: convening, clarifying responsibility, deliberating, deciding, implementing, and organizational learning. It was well explained. And on physical and appropriateness, your body language, your appearance, and you are not sitting and speaking, you are standing and speaking well. It's a very, I want to give a thunderous round of applause. And the area of improvement, I have much, but I will say one or two. When you speak, you said, should I continue my speech? This is not a good thing, because some people in the forum, the members will say no. Then what happens? It develop, it will make something in your mind and you will lose your tempo. Finally, your speech, I really enjoyed. Hope other people should have also enjoyed it. And I wish all the best and wishing for another topic from you. Thank you, General Evaluator.
That was Toastmaster Hakim, evaluator. A round of applause for him, please. Toastmaster Hakim, you had given points very apt towards improving the speech of the speaker. And I think that was a good evaluation. The best part I liked about the speech was the simplest, practical, relevant, and connecting example was chosen and detailed so well at all levels to convey the idea about the consensus. So he met his objective very well, very clearly. And that is one thing which the evaluator could have pointed out, could have appreciated. And also at the end, I felt it was a little abrupt. Probably some time could have been saved in the beginning if you had noticed it there. You could have finished the speech more smoother. Yes, it was a wonderful speech. I wish you all the best and the evaluator to do a stronger evaluation in future too. Let's go to the next speaker. Next evaluator, Toastmaster Mangay. She had evaluated the speech of Toastmaster, or she's about to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Kumaran. Speech title is Wow. So let's welcome Toastmaster Mangai.
Am I audible?
Yes, Toastmaster Mangai.
Thank you. We learn from the best moments spent by our Ralsei Smedley. No wonder every moment we spend at Toastmasters, we have a lot of good learnings. I'm sure you all agree with me. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear virtual viewers, and my target speaker, Toastmaster Kumaran in particular. With your very title, wow, you made me boggle my mind. What is that he's gonna share? Because as a good friend and observer of you over these years, I've definitely noted a lot of wow factors in whatever you do. And what is that you have today in your speech for me was that I was looking on. As I was able to lightly guess what is that I'm gonna get. You did deliver a wow speech indeed. Good luck, Toastmaster Kumaran. I enjoyed the way you started it and the narration of your speech. Brilliant. Having said that, let me straight away give some wow factors for you to work on for future. This particular project expect you to share the experiences in leading a team. That's the objective of the speech. And I was expecting those experiences from you that I couldn't get. In the very beginning itself, you told your presentation is not relevant of whatever you're going to talk. And I did realize it as you were delivering your speech also. You could have avoided that and shared more of your experiences, who were your team, and what did you do, what's your project. If you had highlighted all those things, I would have had some good learnings from your experience. I'm sure the grammarian must have noted many feedbacks for you, but as an evaluator, as the level keep increasing, we expect Toastmasters to come up well prepared with the script, working equally on speech organization as well as grammar pattern. This we can do by sending our script to our mentor, getting it corrected, and we do get to improve day by day. Having said all these things, Toastmaster Kumaran, with all the wow skills you have in you, if you can take up my suggestions of working on your grammar, with making your presentation more relevant for the audience and sharing your experiences will make not only your work a wow factor, but your presentation too. Wish you all good luck for your future projects. Back to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mangai, for that wonderful evaluation. Dear friends, dear Toastmasters, though general evaluation is all about anything and everything that has been done through the session, and evaluation in particular, we can understand from how Toastmaster Mangai had presented is about another level of speech. It's also a speech like any other speech, and it has been properly organized. So Toastmaster Mangai has done a very good job in organizing her speech, her evaluation as a speech. So that was really wonderful, really good. As far as Toastmaster Kumaran is concerned, I got to learn about teamwork, planning, communicating, PR, execution. Yes, a successful event delivered. Wow, Toastmaster Kumaran, excellent. Let's go to our next evaluator, Toastmaster KP Murali. The only person from whom I received an introduction. I don't know, probably
I'm
you
sorry.
have sent it across.
I'm sorry, General Evaluator. I also sent
No,
you
it's
the
okay. It's okay. I'm a general evaluator, so it's fine. Yeah. So he has a very hardcore background because he deals with more of hardcore businesses. Hardcore is you deal with cement. That's what I come to know, Toastmaster Murali. Am I right?
Yes, you're right.
Right. So that's why you have a very hardcore background to do a good evaluation. Let's see how you evaluate the speech of Toastmaster. Sorry, my Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Suryanarayan, basically about mentoring. It's all about mentoring. The title is Sensational. Over to you, Toastmaster KP Murali.
When a student is ready, the teacher shall appear, is what Lord Buddha quoted. Today, our Lord Shekhar Tangavel ensured that there are many students ready when his teacher, DTM Surya, our speaker for the day, appeared once again with a speech titled Sensational. And it was indeed sensational. You know, it reminded me of the Sensex, which has been on the upswing for quite some time. But unlike the Sensex, it has not been that volatile. The growth of the Protege has been phenomenal over the past 3 years. There are two things which I like about the speech. One is the informal style of communication which the mentor, DTM Surya, used with his mentee. The communication style can be formal, informal, whatever suits the mentor-mentee, but I like this style because he used his drive back from the club to the residence when he talked about the role played by the mentor, how he played it, and what kind of improvements he could make in that. So that was good. I mean, that was a good thing which he did actually. The second thing which I liked about his mentoring process is the empowerment. You know, he empowered him with absolute freedom. He could act in whatever way he wanted actually. The protege really took it up very well. Now, this is one of the best ways of making a protege learn. You know, throw somebody into the lion's den and ask him to survive, and he will find a way to survive. So these are two good things. Now, as far as improvements are concerned, any speech has got scope for improvements, and I would like to point out two things in this. This speech was all about the mentee, what the mentee did, what he achieved, etc., etc. But what was the mentor's role in that? Did he set any short-term, long-term goals for the mentor? Were they objective enough? how was it being monitored? Was it being monitored on a monthly basis, 2 monthly basis, or what? How are they measuring the progress of the mentee? Secondly, I thought this project, this protege growth was all about his leadership skills, but we joined Toastmasters to also improve our communication skills. So where was that factored in that? The communication skills growth was not highlighted. So I thought those things could have been included in, and that would have made the process still better actually. So overall, I would say that if he had added short-term, long-term goals and a process of how they went about it and how he made the protege improve on that with respect to his communication skills also, as well as the leadership skills, that would have added more luster to the speech. But the informal communication and the empowerment was really what enhanced the protege and made him Lord Shaker today. Back to you, General Evaluators.
Thank you to Toastmaster KP Murali. It was a brilliant evaluation, I must say. I felt very good about that evaluation. Basically, you touched upon every point that I had noted down. And yes, I feel the same about it. The censor did not censor any much of that, what happened between the mentee and mentor. So as ever, genuine, stark, and to the point. In short, he proved to be a perfect tormentor. He connected the mentor, I mean, a proper mentor. Only I hope it was not too long, DTM Surya, because as a sensei, you should, I feel that you should put across the same example of time across to your prodigy so that he catches up it in future too. All the best to both the mentor and the mentee. With that, we come to the end of the evaluation segment of the prepared speeches. Can we have a minute to vote for the best evaluator?
Timer.
Yes, go ahead.
Timer, can you say whether all the evaluators are qualified and then say the name, please?
Yeah, all evaluators are qualified. All are qualified.
Okay, just give me a minute. So by the time, can you continue the thing?
Thank you so much. Yeah. The next is about the table topic master. Toastmaster Nirmala was so carried away by the theme that she even chose to do a TT session actually. So it was like T topics, table topics. Well done, well done. I picked a few messages from each of these table topic speakers. If you give me 1 minute for that, I'll just run through them quickly. For instance, Preetika, from her, I understood that a tea is all about choice. From Samiha, I understood that a tea is an emotion and chai chicks never could cheat a tea stall's owner. Ganesh, yes, tea is life. That's all about how it's prepared. And Sudarshan, no cup is enough to hold tea, according to him. And Anand, the last topic was more of a racism towards even tea, because all that matter is tea, not the color. So the table topic speakers, the master, everyone, both of them have done an equally brilliant job on selecting the topic and presenting it. Very well done. Excellent. It was a very interesting session. Now let's go to the reports of the role players. Let me first hear it from the grammarian, Toastmaster Anita.
Thank you, General Evaluator. The word of the day, mitigate. I thought it was a very simple and easy to use word. And I was very happy when the Toastmaster of the day and the first speaker, rushed to use the word. But then there was a long pause where the word was not used. And suddenly the General Evaluator comes on and uses the word 4 times. And again, there is a long pause. I'm still waiting to hear the word.
I did.
You did, Surya? Oh,
yes,
okay, I missed it
there
maybe.
were speakers after that who did. The evaluators did use it.
Yeah.
Okay. I was carried away with the way you used the word. The others didn't get into my ears, I think. Okay. Apologies.
That's fine. Now let's continue with
The good usage of the language, some of the good usages in my, what I thought were, teacher is ready and the student appeared.